Hello, students, and welcome to week 2 of Writing and Critical Thinking. Before we jump into week two's material, I want to briefly recap week 1. First, I want to commend and thank you for the hard work that you put in to the discussion forum in week 1. I know that is an intimidating process for new students, but you all did a wonderful job of taking the challenge head on, openly posting your stories, openly responding to your peers positively. It was just really refreshing to see, and I want to commend all of you for your hard work in week one's discussion, and I hope that continues throughout the term. I have gone ahead and graded week one's discussion, so please check your grades and make sure you can find my feedback. If you cannot find either, please email or give me a call so I can help you do that, because your feedback section will become very important when we get to the essays. Speaking of Lab 1, I plan to have your essays graded by Wednesday night. As I grade essays, whenever I submit yours, you will receive an email to your student email account letting you know that it's been graded. So be sure to check your student email a couple times a week just to make sure nothing new has been graded, any adjustments, things like that. I briefly want to touch base again on the discussion requirements. Um, you have to do your initial responses to each prompt by midnight Wednesday, and then you must respond to at least 2 peers per prompt. So a minimum of 6 total posts per week. So I want to make sure that's clear. At week 1, it might have been a little questionable, but it's a minimum of 6. If you do more, that's great. That really does further the discussion. So if you have questions about that, don't hesitate to give me a call. Um, what we're going to be looking at in week 2 is critical thinking. And so, this class isn't just cleverly named Writing and Critical Thinking. So objectively, what we're going to do is engage students in critical thinking, writing, and speaking. Now, um, the way we judge you is through your writing in this class, because you and I don't get to meet face to face. So the speaking part is going to be a little more difficult to do. But as you fine tune your skills in this class, you should be able to translate that from writing skills into speaking skills. Now, before people can write or speak logically, they need to be able to organize their thoughts. So problems with writing, specifically the content of the writing, are often a reflection of problems with the logical organization of thoughts, ideas, and concepts. Now, on Saturday, I posted an announcement that was supposed to help you plan for your writing. So developing a thesis, defending it in your body and concluding it, and then revising everything, going back and double checking. So that is designed to help you with your writing skill set. Now we're going to look at your critical thinking and tie those two things together. We're also going to be looking at the 4 breadth areas this week. Uh, I'm going to briefly go over them real quick. They are art expression, social civic, science description, and value meaning. Now, the art expression breadth area explains itself as part of a breadth of knowledge each adult student should have an understanding of and appreciation for art in all of its manifestations. So expression is often revealed through communication in its various forms. That's writing, speaking, interpersonal skills. This breadth area is for considering how we express ourselves in spoken and written communication and the arts, while looking at strengths, experiences, and new opportunities for challenge and growth. So courses in this area are art, music, dance, literature, creative writing, speech, interpersonal communication, and foreign languages. And we're really going to dial in on this one in this class, because you're going to be expressing yourself through your essays and kind of looking inward again through those assessments, through how the breadth areas tie to you, how they've tied into your informal and formal educational experiences. So this is going to be a very important one, because we're really going to have to be able to verbalize what each one of these breadth areas means to you this week. So the social civic breadth area, this one I have an affinity for, because this is my background. So this one does kind of perk me up a little bit, but it's associated with the social and behavioral sciences. So this area treats the understanding of human behavior as manifest in individuals and groups, large or small. Um, these courses are psychology, anthropology, sociology, economics, history, and political science. So to me, I have this background with my social science undergraduate, my Master of Arts in History. I can see how all of these tie together, and they do so very nicely. So I hope that when you review this section and look at your own educational experiences, I hope that you can see how this might tie in. Now, this breadth area, to some of you, like our math majors, you might enjoy science description more, and so that's what we'll look at next. But I want you to kind of keep an open mind to all of these breadth areas as you review them to kind of look inward on your educational experience in the past. So the science description, this is a breadth area for facts and looking at how things work together in a structured and orderly way. It's about fixing things, putting things in order, hands-on problem solving. So we're looking at math, statistics, natural sciences, computer-related courses. Um, this is going to also be important because problem solving can be part of your writing as well. We're not going to get into any of the math, statistics, or natural sciences in this course, but we are going to be able to use some of those problem solving skills in our writing and research. The final breadth area is for values, meaning, and the purpose of life. So this is the value, meaning breadth area. It's an abstract idea, and it addresses the big questions of what does it mean. Um, you know, what does your college degree mean? What does life mean? It's going to be that abstract viewpoint. So it's about the belief systems and values for how we live together as people, as expressed in our ethics. Now, this is going to include specific courses on death and dying, ethnic relations and multiculturalism, marriage and family. So courses like that will include literature, ethics, art, philosophy, religion, and music. So those are our four breadth areas. And the weekly materials this week has a lot of great information, and you need to go through it because it explains the breadth areas in a lot more detail than I just did. Um, but for our second lab, our lab 2, that's going to be due Sunday night, you'll be reflecting on your experiences within each of the four breadth areas. So you'll once again use the assessments of multiple intelligences and Jung's typology to add insight into your reflection on the breadth areas. So some of the breadth areas might come more naturally to you, while others do not. That's going to be part of the learning process. You're also going to look at left brain versus right brain and tie that into your learning experience. Because the way we think and know the world tends to position us with a greater affinity for a particular breadth area. For instance, mine was social civic. For some of you, it might be value meaning. So that will be interesting for me to get to read and learn a little bit more about you. So different assignments in this course may come easier for you than others because of the way you think. So this essay, you're going to focus on your experiences within each of the four breadth areas of Ottawa University's liberal arts education. You're going to write a solid section on each area based on the readings and materials from this week. You're going to identify your strengths in each breadth area, identify areas you could more fully develop and how you can do so, refer to specific classes you have taken and important concepts from those classes, or refer even to classes you intend to take. You'll also describe your work or life experiences, talents, and or interest in each of the breadth areas. So that's where we're going in week 2. We're going to look at the breadth areas. Keep in mind, we're going to build. We're not done with week 1. We're going to keep building into week 2 and beyond. So this week, let's really dial in on critical thinking and the 4 breadth areas. And then once you start building your concepts on the lab 2, think about your assessments and how you dealt with the week 1 assignment. So tie that back in, think about it. We're not going to bounce from week 1, week 2, week 3. They're not going to be individualized. It's all going to tie together. So keep that in mind as you proceed. If you need anything, feel free to give me a call or an email. I plan on holding virtual office hours later this week so that we can discuss any questions you might have on your feedback on your essay or Lab 1. I'll probably do that on Saturday afternoon as well. So I'll send out an announcement for that. Other than that, I hope you all have a great week. Again, great job in week 1. Let's keep growing from here. Keep working hard. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Have a great week, everybody.